Welcome back everybody to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. I'm your host Broncos Guru in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru Productions back at the inlet. Let's go ahead and get our 5-round competition started to see who will be victorious today. Will it be the Boats or Haulover Inlet? And our first competitor to step in the ring and try and do battle with Haulover is going to be a formula. And it does appear our crew has decided they're going to try and take the slow roll approach, which is typically not recommended when you're coming out of Haulover. Things really have turned here this afternoon. It started off as a little bit of a calmer day, but the wind's blowing 20 now, we've got an outgoing tide, and it has gotten rough. And oh man, they take a little small wave over the bow right there, but this crew really needs to get on that throttle, try and get the bow of this boat up a little bit and let the boat do a little bit of the work. But no, they're going to stick with the slow roll approach, and let's see how that plays out. Oh, and Haulover smacks them good. The crew just didn't want to get up on plane. They really didn't want to get on the throttle, and Haulover throws a haymaker and knocks these guys around. They're going to take another wave over the bow here, and that's all it takes. We only have a few rules here on Boats vs. Haulover that give you an automatic loss, and unfortunately stuffing the bow is one of them, and this crew is going to take a loss for the boat here in the first round. Let's see if our second round contestant has any better luck, as we're going to have a Hurricane step in the ring and try and do battle with Haulover, and unfortunately these guys are breaking rule number 2. The only other guaranteed loss in Boats vs. Haulover is putting kids in the bow of the boat without a life jacket on. Just don't do this. And unfortunately, this crew is going to take a loss here in the second round as well. Haulover has gone up 2-0 early. Hopefully, Haulover doesn't get the early closeout win. We're going to roll into the third round, and we're going to have a Jupiter come through Haulover Inlet and try and get some redemption for the boats. And so far, this boat actually looks pretty good, especially for a day like today. The conditions they're facing, they have the correct pace. They have this boat just barely up on plane, which is just enough to keep the bow high to try and prevent the bow from stuffing, and just enough to let the boat kind of do the work and plow its way through these waves and hopefully land softly. I mean, you can tell we've got a guy climbing into the bow of the boat because Captain's doing a good enough job here getting this vessel out, and these guys will take a win for the boats here in the third round. And here in the fourth round, we're going to have an Intrepid step in the ring and try and keep the momentum going for the boats. And here they're kind of lining up their approach. They've got a heavy following sea, as can be seen here. They get rocked a little bit by it. Cap's going to have to get on the throttles, which he does right here. And now he's going to try and blast his way into the inlet. This crew looks pretty solid now that they got the boat up on plane. They're plowing their way through. And oh man, that's a close one. Did they stuff it? No, the bow stays up. And this crew will make it into the inlet, and we're going to go ahead and give them the win here in the fourth round. And that will take us into our fifth and final round, tied at 2 apiece. Who will take the win this week? Will it be the Boats or Haulover Inlet? And we're going to have a Renegade try and finish it out. And this crew actually doesn't look bad either. They've got a bow-high attitude. The boat's a little bit up on plane, and they're doing okay for these kind of conditions. It's a rough day. And my man takes a couple shots right here at the end. Oh man, and they stuff it! He comes off the throttle after he takes that first shot. We take a wave over the bow of the boat, and man, I thought they looked really good at first. The bow was high, they were just up on plane, but they decided they had to back off, and now they're getting rocked, and unfortunately, they're going to take a loss for the boats in this round, and that's going to give Haulover the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at the inlet. We have my channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps around South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.